Quantum Science Multi-Purpose Laboratory. The time is... The temperature is 71 degrees. The lift has arrived at the lower landing. Please watch your step and have a scientific day. The lift would depart in 30 seconds.
Can you believe it, guys? Just a week away. It's in a week. Woohoo! I am so happy about this information. Just a week away. Oh wow. Can you believe it? Just in a week. It got here so fast.
Attention. Dark matter reactor ignition sequence has been primed. All personnel must vacate the reactor internal structure immediately. Attention. Dark matter reactor ignition sequence has been confirmed. All personnel must evacuate the reactor internal structure immediately. Combustion chamber seal will lock in T-minus 20 seconds. Dark matter reactor ignition sequence initiated. Combustion chamber seal has been locked for ignition. Gravitational lasers online. Raising core superstructure to center position. superstructure has been raised to center position. Activating power lasers. Opening combustion intake valves. Power lasers online. Dark matter reactor online. Reverting power back to main facility grid. Power lasers online. Dark matter reactor online. Reverting power back to main facility grid.
A 2 magnitude earthquake has struck 32 kilometers south of
May I have the
Alaska
reactor
at 3 hours
operations
40
team's
minutes
attention,
and 28
please?
seconds.
Remember to
Coordinated
stay alert
universal
and
time.
stay energized. Tiredness leads to lack of alertness, and lack of alertness leads to the DMR quite literally imploding. And I'd rather not have that. Have a great day.
Warning. Dark matter reactor thermal temperatures below sustainable reaction limits. Please raise the core temperature over 275 Kelvin to avoid a combustion stall. Warning. Dark matter react sustainability lost. Combustion sequence has been stalled. Please restart the dark matter reactor immediately. Activating power lasers. Opening combustion intake valves. Power lasers online. Dark matter reactor online. Reverting power back to main facility grid. Attention! Core temperature is exceeding outside of safe operating perimeters. Attention! Dark matter reactor core temperatures are exceeding safe levels. Please activate the thermal systems immediately. Dark matter reactor superstructure integrity dropping. Engage thermal systems immediately. Attention! Core structural integrity at attention. Core structural integrity at attention. Core structural integrity at 20. Warning. Core structural integrity is below safe operating parameters. Please shut down the reactor and engage the automated maintenance system. Warning. Dark matter reactor superstructure breach detected. reactor instability. Power fluctuations may occur. Structural integrity monitoring system failure. Attempting to reboot. Critical error. Reboot failure. Integrity status unknown. Reactor pressures monitoring system failure. Pressure status unknown. Warning. All facility scientific personnel must evacuate immediately. You have 11 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. The option to shut down the reactor core has now expired. Attention, all facility personnel. A code black directive has been issued. Evacuate the Tartarus Stone immediately. Attention. System error. Reactor controls irresponsive to dark matter reactor primary control node. Attention, facility personnel. Please proceed to the nearest patio immediately. Dark matter pressure purging system is ineffective. Pressure continues to rise. Further degradation of structural integrity may be possible. Monitoring system failure. Cannot predict reactor detonation. Code Omni has now been issued. Lockdown protocol will engage in T-minus 2 minutes. Attention. High levels of radiation detected in reactor operations cavern. All emergency alarms and alarm lights are now operating on emergency battery power. Automate enhanced system error detected. Attention, lockdown protocol now active. Blast doors closing in T-minus 1 minute. Attention, blast doors closing in T-minus 30 seconds.
Emergency bulletin. Emergency evacuation warning for the following counties: Fairfield County in western Connecticut, New Haven County in central Connecticut. The National Emergency Alert Service has issued mass evacuation of New Haven and Fairfield counties. An event of unknown severity is occurring guides for any updates on this situation.
Right this way, ladies and gentlemen. Chief Security Officer Kevin Brown will meet you all on the surface.
Right this way, please.
You're all being taken to the nearest hospital. The amount of radiation we're all being exposed to is off the charts.
What about our jobs? Are we all fired?
The facility is gone. It's safe to say that anything below Tartarus has probably been eviscerated.
This is Zulu 5 reporting in. First group of survivors are inbound. Prepare Hilo for evac.
I just don't understand. How could something like this just happen? At this place? All the systems were green, and then all of a sudden... Yeah.
The good thing is at least we have some survivors.
A 4.0 magnitude earthquake has struck 128 kilometers north-northeast of Suarez, Puerto Rico at 3 hours 41 minutes and 4 seconds Coordinated Universal Time.
Presence Echo 11 Bravo 3 are currently en route. CSO is inbound via Hilo as we speak, and both squads will proceed through whatever remains of the facility to look for survivors.
How could anyone survive that? You know how strong that ship is.
Yeah, we were lucky not to be torn apart from it. I'm not sure how anyone below would have fared.
There were people on the We're just gonna have to wait to find out.
Hilo has arrived at the southwestern portion of the complex. Please follow me for immediate evacuation.
Zulu 5 reporting in. Group 1 ready for evac. I repeat, Group 1 is ready for evac.
A 2.8 magnitude earthquake has struck 3 kilometers west of Orocovis, Puerto Rico at 4 hours 12 minutes and 40 seconds Coordinated Universal Time.
Do you think anyone even knows we're alive down here?
Wait, be quiet a moment. I think I hear footsteps. Hey! Hey! Help us!
Fallen men, we have survivors here. This is Squadron Bravo 3 is located an impact flash shelter right at the site. Over. We're going to open up now. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, we're saved! I thought we weren't gonna make it.
Do you guys have a medic with you? I think this person over here is in shock.
Can you tell me your name? Hello? Yeah, I see the affected. We'll get a medic on them.
Sir, is anyone else alive down here?
Well, we've got a few squadrons down here, but your shelter was when we found the ground zero. It's still intact.
Sir, I would wait for a debrief, but given the magnitude...
What?
Well, when I was in the labs, right before the lockdown first started, I saw
saw Dr. Kaiser running towards targets, and she was saying something about the DMR. And when the evac started, one of the reactor ops guys said the shutdown code was just gone. Sir, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think this was an accident.
The public can't know.
The public deserves to know that.
Our best guess is a hardware failure, and they'll be conducting an investigation with the FBI to conclude of what happened here.
But, sir, this couldn't be an accident. The DMR was unstable, yes, but we built in so many redundant safety systems. Even if the code for the shutdown was somehow removed, someone had to have disabled the other systems. And Dr. Kaiser ordering the lockdown today of all days, it lines up too perfectly. The public deserves something. If you're not going to tell them, then I will.
Sir, what about that other survivor? Yeah, them too.
Sorry I had to be this way, but you know too much.
Dark matter reactor superstructure integrity dropping. Engage thermal systems immediately. Dark matter reactor instability. Power fluctuations may occur. Structural integrity monitoring system failure. Attempting to reboot. Critical error. Reboot failure. Integrity status unknown. Reactor pressures monitoring system failure. Pressure status unknown. Warning. All facility scientific personnel, please evacuate immediately. You have 11 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. Instability, total power failure imminent. Attention, Dark Matter Reactor Integrity Monitoring System failure preemption protocol initiated. Engaging Code Red emergency.
Reactor operation, over personnel. You are instructed to attempt the reactor shutdown or evacuate the facility. Attempting the fleet will have supervision on site. Only warning.
Estimating time on reactor destruction. Danger. Dark matter reactor explosion will occur in 10 minutes. The option to shut down reactor will expire in 5 minutes. The option to shut down the dark matter reactor is now active. Use them must be communications network down. Attempting to re-establish connection with users. Communications dial. Emergency shutdown system successful. Crisis averted. Dark matter reactor lowered into holding chamber for immediate maintenance. Attention, reactor operations personnel. Please report status immediately. Facility mandated radio silence overridden by reactor operations personnel. Code Hotel Lima 32.
The facility is secure. Squadron Bravo 3 is moving in. Reactor operations, please report on the near thermal runaway of the DMR.
The DMR experienced a pressure containment failure within fuel cell chamber 3, causing the mixture of both inner and outer atmospheres. How this occurred is unknown to us. However, we were able to engage the emergency combustion stall protocol mere moments before the DMR fell to the thermal runaway.
The first warning was prompted around 11:23 p.m. We recorded a spike in combustion, however dismissed it as part of the probability for neutron flux spikes.
Was Dr. Kaiser present in the facility at the time?
No. Kaiser left the facility 40 minutes prior to the first warning. She scheduled a lockdown drill to take place around the same time she left. I was tasked with conducting a stress test for the DMR, saying it was one of the preliminary tests to allow for the DMR to be used commercially.
The DMR proceeded to reach supercritically approximately around 11:35 p.m. The lockdown Dr. Kaiser placed was overridden following the announcement of a code red emergency. The shutdown code had to be searched for manually. The automated systems in place were deleted with a forced intrusion recorded around noon earlier today.
If a forced intrusion was detected, why was the engineering department not notified? Why was the information department not notified? It is your job to ensure all systems are running nominally to prevent such an accident.
Dr. Kaiser dismissed the investigation, saying that Informations was updating the code to meet the standards for their new firmware. I proposed the shutdown of the DMR during this system maintenance, yet she disregarded the notion by saying that it would not impact operation.
Engineering reports that there's no reference to such maintenance request. Neither does Informations. Protocol states that during any software reviews that are relevant to DMR operations must be conducted during the DMR's off time.
Noted. Thank you two for handling the situation. We may have just prevented the downfall of the nuclear industry. I'll ensure that Mr. McCarthy is informed of this immediately. For now, an investigation will be conducted on Dr. Kaiser for her negligence of safety protocols. Bravo 3 will monitor the situation for now. You two are relieved of your duties effective immediately.
Critical error. Reboot failure. Integrity status unknown. Dark matter reactor pressures monitoring system failure. Pressure status unknown. Warning. All facility scientific personnel, please evacuate immediately. You have 11 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Personnel. Code red has been issued by the facility automated management system. The lockdown code has been overridden with the designation code Bravo Niner. Please proceed to the rudderless door for evacuation immediately. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Dark matter reactor instability. Total power failure imminent. Attention. Dark matter reactor integrity monitoring system failure preemption protocol initiated. Engaging code red emergency.
Attention reactor operations, control room personnel. You are instructed to attempt a reactor shutdown before evacuating the facility. Attempting to flee will have you terminated on site. This is your only warning.
Estimating time of reactor destruction. Danger. Dark matter reactor explosion will occur in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to shut down the reactor core will expire in T-minus 5 minutes. The option to shut down the dark matter reactor is now active. Please note, the temperature must be below 3000 Kelvin to allow for the combustion stall protocol to engage. Attention, a distress signal has been sent by reactor operations personnel. Communications network down. Attempting to re-establish connection with Eastern Seaboard Communications diode.
Operators, the FAAS engineers are going to attempt to salvage what's left of the servers to crack the shutdown code. Keep an eye on your end for any potential matches.
structure. Dark matter reactor explosion will occur in T-5 minutes. The option to shut down the reactor core has now expired. Attention, all facility personnel. A code black directive has been issued. Evacuate the target zone immediately. Attention, dark matter reactor operations team. Please evacuate the facility immediately. Control system error. Reactor controls irresponsive to dark matter reactor primary control node.
Attention all reactor operations personnel. This is our last chance to prevent the obliteration of the dark matter reactor. Climb onto the superstructure and eject all fuel cells within 1 to 3 seconds of each other to invoke a combustion stall failure and shut down the dark matter reactor. You have a minute. Good luck.
Dark matter pressure purging system is ineffective. Pressure continuing to rise. Further degradation of structural integrity may be possible. Monitoring system fuels 1. Unlock. Attention, reactor operations personnel. Please report status immediately.
Good morning, employee. This is a call each of the reactor operations team have received. I am aware of the integrity failure and the thermal runaway of the DMR. I've been also made aware that the primary shutdown system failed, which leads me to my next statement. Why on earth did you think going into the chamber was a good idea? Let alone walking around on the thing while it was blowing itself apart. Manually ejecting all 3 fuel cells during a runaway reaction is very dangerous. All 3 cells must be ejected at near the same time, meaning at least 3 members of the team went into the chamber. Now, although I am angered at the breakage of Rule 12B of the Reactor Operations Team Handbook, do not enter the core chamber during a potential thermal disturbance or uncontrolled reaction. I must say what you did was very, very brave. You did not think of your lives or whether or not you would come back out of the chamber, but rather the lives of those who rest above the facility. Long story short, I'm slightly disappointed, but very proud to work with you all. I hope to see some of you at the headquarters next week. Goodbye.
I'd like to know who thinks this place is a daycare facility because...
Night shift personnel, please prepare for shift transfer. Day shift personnel, please proceed to your designated post. Good morning, day shift personnel. Please report to your designated post. All reactor operations personnel must be in the control room no later than 6:45 a.m. At the shift tone, the DMR must resume operations and reconnected to the grid. Thank you.
You have one new message. Good afternoon, employee. I just wanted to send out a message to each of the reactor operations team that were on the night shift, and congratulate you all on a very well done job. We got through it safely. There might have been a few hiccups, but we got it under control, and the reactor remains safe. So, as a reward, this evening in the Madison Park, I will be holding a small cookout for the night shift, and
when can we go to the park?
not right now. I'm talking to... why don't you go and get Mom ready, huh? So, yes, I will be in the park. You are welcome to come. There will be a small picnic, and my family and I will be there. Okay. Thank you for your work, and congratulations again. Dr. Weldon, over and out.
Reactor pressure emergency release system engaged.
crew, manipulate scientific data, take over, blast, control world government, shut down infrastructure, ship everything to China. Just look at this person.
Attention all bottom side QSERF personnel. We have received signals to begin the vertical Silestone detonation sequence. Warheads will be primed in T-minus 40 seconds.
Everybody. Hang on, my audio is coming on. Hello? Hello, guys. I don't hear gunshots.
No. 2 minutes left in the mission. 2 minutes left in the mission.
Attention all QSERF personnel. The warhead from detonation. All bottom side facility personnel, please evacuate to the Tartarus zone immediately. I repeat, please evacuate to the Tartarus zone immediately.
Alright, Tartarus zone's down redone. That should be good. Warning. Huh? One quiet. Oh. It should be.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
12, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Begin log. Today's date is August 20th, 1985. Time is 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Log ID is Delta Echo 553.
Alright, let's begin. Around midnight on August 18th, 1985, the facility suffered a break-and-enter situation, where an undetermined amount of trained combatants were able to ferment themselves within the off-limits areas of the facility. Is this correct?
Yes.
From there, said combatants were able to bypass or in-place security systems and trigger a protocol Shutdown contingency plan via a self-manufactured site access card. They were additionally able to find a spare Warhead Arbin key to access Step 4 in a protocol Shutdown sequence, that being the detonation panel. Is this correct?
Yes.
According to your preliminary report, all non-combatant personnel were able to evacuate. Of the 10 security operatives on site, only 7 are accounted for. Is this correct?
Yes. 3 of our operatives were killed in action. Advanced Guardsman Maribel Blanchett was unable to evacuate in time as she was fending off fleeing hostile combatants in bottom-side Tartarus. Guardsman Clark Hill was operating the bottom-side warhead control room at the time of the break-and-enter. Elite Guardsman Adam Hall was shot during the final stages of the evacuation.
Well, ain't that fantastic?
Sir, if I may, I want to make note of something my fellow operatives and I gathered from eyewitness testimonies from employees. They say that these combatants ignored them and did not express any immediate danger to them.
Campbell's right. These combatants would even go out of their own way to prevent collateral damage of any of the employees. They only seemed to attack us if they had a direct line of sight with us with no nearby civilians. They were only going for us.
I see. Were any of our operatives able to apprehend the combatives?
Yes. At one point, we had apprehended 2 combatants at separate points after they had ran out of ammunition. Upon further inspection, we were able to identify some sort of origin group. Something about a Kleiner oil group?
Unfortunately, we weren't able to take any of the combatants alive with us. We had to leave as soon as possible due to the rushing onslaught of other active combatants. As far as we know, none of them got out, but we don't know for sure.
Well, clearly, they managed to get in without using our front door, so one could imagine they'd do the same when it came to leaving.
Sir, we have no plausible explanation as to how these combatants were able to nest themselves in the facility. We're not even sure of their motivations, considering the extent they went to destroy the facility.
Jones, you know damn well that it's your job as site security officer to prevent these sorts of things from happening. Yet the resources of the facility at your disposal to find flaws in the facility's design are always pinpoint the nest of these operatives.
Sir, with all due respect, our funding was tremendously low. We were suffering inventory loss, low ammunition reserves, and understaffing due to your actions as Chief Security Officer. You cannot blame me for executing your orders and policy decisions. If we had more on-site security with more up-to-date weaponry, and maybe even the proper funding, chances are we could have avoided this entirely.
You never made it clear that your division was suffering from such traits. Due to your own incompetence, our records never indicated that you needed an increase in funding, an increase in the number of operatives, or otherwise. We're done here. Instead of arguing with you, I'm taking my investigation elsewhere. I expect your resignation at my desk by tomorrow.
is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Attention all bottom side user personnel. Begins the vertical silence detonation sequence. Warhead prime. T-minus 40 seconds.
Mission ends in 30 seconds. Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attention. 2 minutes left in the mission. 2 minutes left in the mission.
Attention all QSERF personnel. The warhead is ready for detonation. All bottom side facility personnel, please evacuate to the Tartarus zone immediately. I repeat, please evacuate to the Tartarus zone immediately.
Coming into the final stretch.
Attention all facility personnel. Bottom side warhead control room has authorized the detonation of the facility. The warhead detonation sequence has been engaged.
Welcome to the Quantum Science Multi-Purpose Laboratory. The time is... The temperature is 71 degrees.
Detonation in T-minus 60 seconds. I repeat, warhead detonation in T-minus 60 seconds.
Good evening, and breaking news from the United States of America. The BBC has just received confirmed reports that the crown jewel facility of the Quantum Corporation has just suffered a catastrophic loss. The Madison Research Facility, located just east of New Haven, Connecticut, engaged what their site administrators in newly obtained classified data called Protocol Salatum, which is the detonation of a 1 megaton nuclear bomb located roughly 1 kilometer underground in the event of a data breach.
That's right. The detonation of this warhead marks the first nuclear detonation in history whose purpose was not under the guise of testing. In fact, this detonation marks the first time a nuclear detonation has ever occurred in a densely populated New England region, leaving questions as to the scale of possible ground soil and water contamination. Historically, the most prominent nuclear tests occurred at the Nevada test site, with temporary test sites established along the conterminous United States and off in the Pacific Ocean. Areas all chosen as they were far from densely populated areas and therefore reduced the chances of civilians contracting illnesses related to testing.
As mentioned earlier, analysts were able to ascertain the purpose of Protocol Salatin as being an emergency protocol to destroy the facility in the event of a critical data breach, the data being of a lab division called Epsilon 8. Epsilon 8, per Quantum Corporation's description, is a human biological testing and research lab with the aimed goal of reverse engineering the capabilities of living humans. The BBC has obtained a full trove of documents regarding all of Epsilon 8's operations, who they tested on, and how they operated under the nose of the government.
Testing ranged from various different branches of biosciences, mostly having to do with neurology, cardiology, and virology. While we will not discuss the more gruesome aspects of the Epsilon 8 program on this news report, mild experiments range from mind control sleeper agents to CRISPR-based genetic engineering. Overall, there were 152 subjects named on the subject roster, most of them stemming from a lower class background and half of them presently deceased. The names of all the Epsilon 8 members were also included in this database, implicating Quantum Corporation CEO James McCarthy and a core of staff from the now former Madison Research Center, such as Dr. Martin Miller, Dr. Warwick Brenner, and Dr. Helene Kaiser.
As such, members of the Epsilon 8 program were apprehended and detained by federal authorities, the United States Attorney General Edwin Meese issuing a press release stating that the Department of Justice would file a criminal suit against members of Epsilon 8 for high treason against the United States, conspiracy against the United States, 43 counts of second-degree murder, 26 counts of voluntary manslaughter, 102 cases of kidnapping, fraud, and criminal malfeasance.
According to sources within the US government, the trial is scheduled to take place next week to the Federal District Court in Connecticut. This court case could mark the first potential treason conviction case since 1945's Kramer versus the United States.
Epsilon 8, according to the database leak, commenced operations around the time the Madison Research Center was built, culminating various different experiments and various staff members, names of whom have all been identified. Epsilon 8 used accounting tricks to throw government subsidy money into a black budget, accumulating millions to almost billions of dollars in funding. An annual funding sheet dating back to 1972 detailing an exponential growth of program funding.
According to the US government and even the Epsilon 8 database, the government had zero knowledge of the existence of the Epsilon 8 program, with Epsilon 8 members stating that the laboratory was intentionally hidden in the deepest part of the facility to, quote, deter employees or government officials from stumbling upon it, end quote. We'll have more for you after the break.